everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do the first in and out of 2024. So if you have not seen one of these videos, what I do is tell you everything that I'm hauling for the month as well as everything that I'm unhauling. So we are working with some terrible lighting today because it is pure, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it looks like I don't know. It's been just dark and gray all day, really all week. But so forgive the lighting, but let's just get into it. I definitely have a imbalanced stack this month. I'm hauling a few more than I'm unhauling, but let's get into the unhauls first. So first we have A Mother's Promise by Katie Alden. I read this month, and it is a really interesting story about eugenics in 1927 Virginia, and it brought to light a story that is real, a Supreme Court case that has yet to be overturned, and that was so interesting to me, but the story itself was a little lackluster. So there's that. Then we have Beautiful Bad by Annie Ward. This is a thriller about a couple. The husband, I think, has gone missing, and we get their history and all of that. It was okay. I've read all of these in the past month, I think, and so if you want to hear more of my thoughts, there's in wrap-ups and vlogs and all the things for the past month. Next is Witchful Thinking by Celestine Martin. This is about a woman who is a witch and in this very fantastical town, and she wishes for more excitement in her life, and so she now can say no to nothing. She cannot say no to anything at all. And then this guy comes back into her life. They start a friendship, working together on some stuff, fake dating. It's all right. And then last is Beyond the Wire by James Shipman. This one is a World War II novel about a man and a woman he's in Auschwitz, she's in the women's camp, and they are staging a revolt. Again, based on a true story of a true revolt that happened, but the way this story was told was boring to me and kind of hard to visualize, and so it just wasn't great. So those are the 4 that I'm unhauling. Now let's get in the ones I'm hauling. So first is The Secret to Southern Charm by Chrissy Woodson Harvey. This and Christmas in Peachtree Bluff are both a part of her Peachtree Bluff series. This one is number 2, and this one's number 4. I read 1, 2, and 3, or 2 and 3 this month and loved them, and I'm saving number 4 for February, but I love this. It's a series about 3 sisters and their mother and just their lives and the hardships. Yeah, so good. Next is, so you guys, I think it was in my January or December book haul revisit, I had one of the books from Debbie McComer's Blossom Street series. It was like number 10 or something like the finale, I think. And I thought, gosh, I don't want to read that without having read everything else. And then it's been so many years since I've read everything else, I figured I needed to start back over. And that is a series that I've read the first 4 or 5 and really enjoyed them. So I decided I was going to go ahead and try to own them all. So I looked in our library bookstore. They're $1 each. And I got number 4 and 5. So 20 Wishes and Back on Blossom Street. I don't know what these are about, but this one I know 20 Wishes takes place on Valentine's Day. And I don't know if this is number 4. I think this is 5 and this is 4. So I don't think I can read all the way to book 5 by Valentine's Day because it's the end of January right now. But definitely books that I'm excited to read, and I'm excited to read them physically, I think. So there's that. Then we have The Adventures of Diet Girl by Shauna Reed. And I thought, so it says the hilarious and heartwarming tale of a real life superhero who got happy from the outside in. And I thought this was a present day story, written more modernly about growing, this gal attempting a weight loss thing and kind of discovering herself and maybe finding happiness elsewhere. But I see that this was written in 2008, and I think it's about a girl who lost 175 pounds, and I think it's kind of that early 2000s. She's happy because she lost weight. I really hope not. I probably wouldn't have bought this if I knew the publication year, but I'm going to try it anyway and see what we think. Next is one that I've already read. It's called What's Eating Us? Women, Food, and the Epidemic of Body Anxiety by Cole Kasdan. And so this book I have read and I enjoyed it. It was interesting. It was interesting about eating disorder stuff here in America and how people are treated and the disparities. Also intersperses Cole's personal story of her struggle with an eating disorder. And I do think this is something that could be potentially triggering if you're in the middle of an eating disorder. So I would not pick this up unless you are either don't struggle with an eating disorder or you're on the other side of it. But I enjoyed it. So fixing our messed up relationship with what we eat and how we look. So it was an interesting book that I decided for $1 I would put it on my shelves. Next is Not a Sound by Heather Guggenkauf. So I ordered a Pango order, and they had a couple Heather Guggenkaufs, so I decided to take them. So this is about a nurse, I believe, who's left deaf after an accident, and then she finds another nurse drowned or killed somewhere in the let's see, when she discovers the body of a fellow nurse in the dense bush by the river deep in the woods near her cabin, she's plunged into a disturbing mystery that could shatter the carefully reconstructed pieces of her life all over again. So I love Heather Guggenkauf. I trust her to do it well. So let's just see. Hopefully that one's really like buttery and nice. Then we have another Heather Guggenkauf, Before She Was Found. This one has deckled edges, but it's got like different fonts and obviously text messages and stuff, so that's kind of fun. This is about 3 young girls who go to like the local railroad tracks. They're having a sleepover, decide to sneak out, go to the railroad tracks, and one of them is found like on the brink of death, and so it's what happened before she was found. So I think I don't know how old these people are, but this is definitely very mixed media. So it should be fun. Then we've got a couple more. The Lost Girls of Paris by Pam Jenoff. Another deckled edges. Things you don't know when you buy books based on Pango or really anywhere except in person. But this is about a woman. It's 1946, Manhattan, New York. One morning while passing through the Grand Central, she finds a suitcase filled with photos, and it's from a woman who was the leader of a female secret agent society who was deployed out of London during the war. So I think she's trying to figure out, this is immediately post World War II, trying to figure out about this woman during the war. And so yeah, vividly rendered and inspired by true events. So Pam Jenoff is a pretty good historical fiction writer, so we'll see. And then we've got The Nanny by Jilly McMillan. And you guys, I have since I bought this, I have read two more Jilly McMillans. And both of them had such strong starts and then kind of lingered and lagged and weren't that great for me. So I really hope this is not the case with this. But this is about a girl, it's summer of 1987, and the nanny goes missing. And the little girl blames her mother. And then many years later, Joe returns to her faded childhood home and is forced to confront the relationship with her mother, and then a skull is found in the backyard. So was her mother to blame? What happened to the nanny? Is it the nanny? I don't really know. Yeah, dark, twisty, and full of characters you'll love to hate, so I don't know about that, but that is everything that I hauled for the month. So I've got Peachtree Bluff series, Debbie McComber series, some nonfictions, and then a bunch of like black books. And so, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting month, folks. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.